Guys, welcome back to another hair video. So today I'm gonna go ahead and cut this hair because I don't think I've updated you guys. I went and got my hair done and professionally, and the person that did my hair bleached it even though I told them that they didn't need to bleach it because my hair couldn't take it. They said that it could, and they broke my hair off. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it to where because as you guys can see, it looks like so stringy at the bottom because it's not even from the pieces where it broke off. So I want to cut it like very short and blunt so that it looks fuller, because right now it just looks horrid. It looks like just broken off and just gross. So I'm gonna show you guys how I section it. This is how I've been cutting it lately, and I feel like it's so easy. As you guys can see, I sectioned it and I sectioned down a straight line and it's behind my ear. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I just go ahead and drag a line all the way down behind my ear. And then I section those two pieces in the front, um, because those are the ones I'm gonna do at the end. I try to do the whole back of my head first. So just try to get a straight line, as straight as you can. And I mean, take your time. If you're gonna cut your hair, try not to do it in a rush. Just take your time doing it because you don't want it to look, terrible. But if you don't feel comfortable cutting it the way that I'm gonna show you guys, what you guys could do is section it the way that I'm sectioning it here, like the two ponytails at the front, and then the back you would just do a straight line down the middle and put it in ponytails and then cut using the hair ties as a guide. But this way, I'm telling y'all, I think this way is the easiest. And if you have somebody that can help you do it, like they can do this exact method and it would come out so good. But as you guys can see, I brought the smallest section. I'm going to do it by sections. So I put a very small amount of hair and I drag my fingers straight down, and I'm going to go ahead and cut wherever, as short as I want it. So pretty much this is the length that I want it to be at. So that's what I'm going to drag it down to. What I would do is you guys can see I did wet my hair because it's easier to have it like towel damp, spray some like leave-in conditioner so it's like easy to brush, because you shouldn't be brushing your hair wet, but if you do want to brush it gently so that it's even. So what I'm going to do is, since I did cut the down there, I got the length that I want. So I'm going to go ahead and bring another section down, and I'm going to use the bottom hair that I already cut as my guide, and that's where I'm going to cut. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but a lot of our hair breaks down faster, like right at the bottom. So it tends to be shorter even with the baby hairs and all that. So what I'm trying to do here is just cut it and then try to keep it as even as I can, because I feel like the top of my hair is a little bit longer anyways. But yeah, you'll see what I'm saying. So just take it, just brush it down and then drag it down with your fingers as straight as you can. And then as y'all can see, I cut it like in a blunt line and then I point cut. And that's just so that it doesn't look so, I don't know, like it just helps to give it like dimension, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but y'all know what I mean. So I just cut straight to where the guide at the bottom of my hair is, and then I just point cut, and I feel like it makes it just look better. Instead of it just being like that straight, weird line. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this literally through all my hair in the back. Just as small sections, just because it's easier to follow the guide if you bring smaller sections down. And then if you feel like you're taking too long and your hair is starting to get dry, just, wet it again and it should be fine. Now, it doesn't have to be like perfect when you're doing this, because this is kind of like more like a rough draft. With your wet hair, you're just kind of getting it to the length that you want it. So again, like brush it, and then you'll see me just take my fingers as straight as I can, all the way down, and where I feel like my hair of the guide ends right there, that's where I'm going to go ahead and just cut. And that way it'll just be even all the way up. So just having that guide, it will help you every time you bring a section of your hair down. The bottom section will be your guide to the next section, if that makes sense. And I go ahead and do this through all my hair, and then once I feel like, it looks pretty darn even, then I'll straighten it. Like I'll dry it, or I'll let it dry and then I straighten it. And then that way I can really see the imperfections once it's dry. But it's just so much easier to go through all this and cutting it when it's wet. So I am gonna speed it up a little bit because I know I'm literally doing repeating the same steps, just bringing a section down and matching it to the bottom section that I just cut. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's no way that you can really get this wrong. You can do this. If you have longer hair, it's gonna be harder to bring your fingers down, like, on the back, like the way I'm doing it. So you can do it to the side, like the way I'm doing it here, and match it that way. Like, just bring your hair forward as much as you can, and it should be easy to do it that way as well. But I feel like this is the easiest way for me to cut my hair now. I feel like it just comes out so good, and why, I'm not gonna pay to go to a hairdresser to get this haircut because I'm not doing anything special. If I was adding layers, maybe, but right now I'm literally just cutting it to one length. Um, so yeah, I know I got a lot of hate in my bleaching video. And honestly, guys, like the reason why I posted that me bleaching my hair is so that you guys can learn from like my mistakes. And I know I get a lot of people saying like that I should go to a professional to get it done. Well, guys, I went to a professional and they broke my hair off. And I personally have never broken my hair off the way that she did. I've broken like my bangs, but like I knew that that was going to happen. And I was like, that's fine because I want to get bangs anyways. But, it was kind of disappointing to get my hair broken off at a professional, and I paid more than $200. So, if you're watching my video and you're one of those people, yeah, even professionals can break your hair. And I did give her the history of my hair. I told her how many times I had bleached it prior to that, and I told her I wanted to go darker, and she told me that I was at a perfect level, that I was so close to being like the blonde that I originally had wanted, and that she could get me there. And I trusted her because, again, she's a professional, and I shouldn't have, because I know better. I know that my hair was not going to take it. So, yeah, you live and you learn. I will say the color that she got me to and the way that she did my hair, the color was so nice. It's perfect. As you guys can see right here, it's been like a while. Um, but it was like it was really nice. The color and everything was really nice. I just hate that she broke it off. So, um, at this point, I'm like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing and coloring at the colors that I want. So, yeah. But yeah, as you guys can see here, I done with the back of my hair, so I let the front, down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and match it and start cutting. But you guys see those gross ends? Like, look at how bad they are. Like, my hair is gonna it feels so amazing after like cutting it, but yeah, all those dead ends, they're just gonna go because they're just like so raggedy looking. And they make my hair look so bad because I don't know if you guys have noticed when you have layers, it makes your hair look thinner, but if you have like all that one length, it just looks fuller. And that's what I'm going for here. I'm just trying to get it all one length because of the broken hairs that I have. If I try to cut it as short as I can, then those like the broken hairs are not going to be as noticeable. Plus, I also like having extensions, so I can always put in extensions of the same length that I have, but it'll help my hair be fuller until it can grow back. So yeah, I'm just matching the front to the back. And even though it's super short, I can bring it forward, and you guys can see it's easy to match it and then cut it so that one side is not longer than the other. And I just go throughout my hair just doing this. And for my bangs, because they are shorter, as you guys can see, I'm just kind of sectioning them forward. And make sure you brush them so that they're even. But you see how like they're super dry, the bottoms are super dry. So again, I want to get those the same length as well. So cutting them, even if your hair is super short, it's still worth cutting those dead ends if you want your hair to keep growing like, full and just like healthy. There's like no point in keeping your hair long if it's all gross at the end. It's just better to get that cut, and it feels so soft. It feels so much better. It looks so much better. So yeah, right here, all I'm doing is making sure that I'm happy with it. As you guys can see, it's not perfect, but I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it and show you guys what it looks like. It looks pretty darn straight here. Now, if I pull it all the way down with my fingers while it's dry, I can kind of see, where like little pieces need to be cut, and I can go ahead and do that. So I'm literally just doing the exact same thing that I was doing, just kind of going in and finding those little imperfection sections and evening them out. And I don't really wear my hair straight, so for me, like, this looks really good. I usually wear it curly. So I'm going to show you guys. This is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. And then this is what it looks like curled. But yeah, I hope this video helps if you guys are looking into cutting your hair or cutting all those, you know, bleached hairs. And I did bleach my hair after I cut it, you guys, because I just bleached the roots because I am going to put a color in it. So we're looking for it to be super perfect because this is just the base for my next color. So on the next video, I'll show you guys how I bleached my roots. And then after that, I'll show you what color I'll go ahead and use.